Hello, hello, hello. It's Shirley Ross, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today is Design Space Friday. And I'm going to share with you a layout that I'm creating that's based on a challenge that's over in my Crafting Together group. I've kind of made it my own based on the sample layout. They did a lot of cutouts of splashes, and I wanted to do a layout for a swim meet for my grandson. So let us move this over out of the way. Well, let me not make it smaller. Let's just grab it and move it over. All right, so I started out with shapes. That's usually the best thing. And while I'm not going to cut out all the pieces that you see on the design, because I'm doing it so I can see what it looks like, because you can't cut out 12 by 12. It's got to be 11.5 by 11.5. So I am going to start with, I'm going to go ahead and bring in 2 squares. And I had already created the cutouts for the title, and those are just rectangles with a font that I attached and sliced. I will share that again later. Right now I want to show you how I created the background. All right, so once I've got the shapes on, then I'm going to go to images. And if you've noticed that with the new, it's going to take a minute, with the new way they've done it, the images are now a toggle. Toggle just means if you click it once it's on, you click it the second time it's off. So you don't go to a different screen and have to come back. I think that's really awesome. I'm going to start with Splash because I was looking for a splash to cut out. And I looked at several, and the ones that I chose are, this one was a little bit lower, but you can see there was a lot. This is the one I chose here. So I'm going to grab one of those. And then as you can see, I did some pin work with the splash. Okay. Should be on in just a minute. And so then I also chose, see if I can find the other splash again for the little ones that I drew on. And you can see there's quite a few options for the splash. And I'm not seeing the one that I picked. To tell the truth, I thought it was closer to the top. But sometimes I think they do not come back in. Here it is right there. All right. No, I don't want to bookmark it. I just want to bring it in. So I should have all the pieces. You can see one of the splashes is down there. The second one come in, and okay, it's in. And then the last thing is going to be shapes again, and I want circles because those are cut out too. All right. All right, so we have all our shapes. We have the 2 pieces. One's going to be the background. One's going to be the piece that's actually the one we're going to be working with that's going to actually be cut. The rest of them are just for me to see how I want them. All right. It appears that I ungrouped everything. Let's group it back. So I just want to come and hit. All right, let's group that back up. I am finding with one of the last updates, some of these things are happening because of the update that happens sometimes. I'll be working out a bug. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I want to make this 12 by 12. Since it's going to be a square, I can just put the 12 in the width, and I'm going to slide it up to the top here, and then I'm going to make it blue. There we go. All right, this is going to be the piece that we're going to be cutting out for the overlay. So I'm going to do an 11.5 by 11.5, and I'm just going to bring it up here just to put it on the top. All right. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is grab the splash. And the splash is pretty big, as you can see. So I'm going to size it down. And what I may go ahead and do, just so that I can see, let's make this one white. All right. And then on this one, what I'm going to go ahead and do is to take this square and duplicate it. I need to find out where it duplicated it to. There it is. Okay. It moved it way down there. All right, I'm going to make this the photo placements. And so I made them, let's unlock it because we don't want it to be proportional. We're going to do a 3 width by 5. All right. I'll bring it up to the top here. All right, I'm going to make that a gray color just so it stands out. All right, and I'm going to curve it just a little bit. I want to just kind of see where the photos are going to sit, and then let's duplicate. And slide that one a little bit straighter. And you just want to go to the corner until you see that little curved mark. And let's duplicate one more. And that way I can position the splash exactly where I want based on where I'm putting the photos. But just come up here to the corner where you have the little sizing boxes. And when you get that little curved arrow, then you can move them around. There we go. All right. So that way now I can take the splash and kind of decide where I want. Now remember, this is going to be a cutout. All right, and so then we're going to duplicate that. We're going to flip it vertically because I want the same splash. And I'm not worried that it's above the photo at the moment. I'll make that one a little bigger. That works. All right, now let's go over and find where the other splashes are. This is the one we want next. All right, we're going to bring it up, and we're going to, number one, we're going to change it from a basic cut. We're going to make it pin work. All right, and then that will make it an outline, and then we're just going to make it a little smaller. We're going to move it up and place it where we want it to draw, and it just depends on how big you want it. If you grab it where you see that little plus mark, then that will let you move it and you won't be sizing it. All right, so we'll duplicate that. All right, and we're going to go ahead and flip it. There we go. I flipped this one horizontal because I wanted it to be going in the other direction. Then I'm going to put this one here. It'll be a little bit different than the way I did mine, the first one, but that's okay. It's going to look good. And then we're going to take that one and duplicate it. And this time we are going to flip it vertically because we want it to hang down. Grab it by that little plus mark. And then I think I put it on this side, so let's flip it horizontally too, so it's going in the other direction. There we go. All right, now we're going to go down and get the circles, and I'm doing all of these at one time, but you know If you know, the slice only works with one image at a time, and I'm going to show you how I am going to work around that. All right. Now, if I want that any smaller, I can work with the sizing up here, or I can plus up because I'm at 50%, so you can see more. When you're working with a smaller item, I'm going to put it back down and just work with up here. Let's make it 3. There we go. And you still see the plus, so you can move it. So we'll put a couple of dots around the splash. Let's go ahead and, we'll leave that basic cut because we do want it to cut out. We're not going to draw those. All right, and it's just a matter of making a couple more and figuring out where they got put, because sometimes it moves them all over the place. That's duplicated again. There we go. One here. All right, we're just going to go with those for now. All right, so the things I want to slice out are going to be, it's going to be the white piece, but first we want to do something with all these pieces that I want to cut. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click on each of the elements that I want. And if I can't grab them, then I'm going to come over here and look for the circles. I want all the circles. Okay. I'm still missing a couple of circles. Let's see if they're up at the top. They're there. The circle. And then there's one more splash. It's a matter of finding it. I only see the one. Okay, hang on. Right, I'm not seeing all the splashes that I want to see. Which aggravates me a little bit sometimes. Let's see if I can grab it down here. It says it's part of the attached. Oh, that's right. These are attached. So we need to first, weld those. So let's weld that. I want to take it from an attached to a weld, and that makes it one image. My bad for forgetting that part of it. So the other attached, we need to combine that, weld it. So you're kind of getting the idea of what I'm about to do. So now we want to make all of that part of the weld. So we want the circles, and once we weld them, they become one image, which means, I think I got all of them that time. Yeah, the group at the bottom is the other layout. We don't want to mess with that. There's one more circle. There we go. I think I have them all now. All right, and then we're going to weld all of that. It takes it from several images to one image, which means now I can select those. It's okay that they're gray. And then I can select the white piece, and now I can slice because it sees all of these as one versus several images. And you can only slice 2 images. All right, so we're going to take the other slice result. And so now we have the white piece ready. And I'm going to go ahead just so I can see it. I'm going to go arrange. I'm going to send it all the way to the back. Right, and then I'm going to arrange and just bring it forward once. And then that puts it where I need it to be. Now, as you saw in the other one, I'll bring it over. I also did part of the title If you have a title you want to use with this, you can. But if not, then we can go ahead and do the attach for the parts that we want to draw on this. And I did miss one. So before we did that, I did miss one circle. So let's grab that circle and the background, and let's do one more slice. Thought I had them all, but I did miss one. Okay. And we'll delete that slice result. Now on the phone, if you're working with your phone, you might not have to get rid of on the slice result, but when you're on the PC, the laptop, you do. All right, we're going to send it all the way to the back and then send it forward one time. And that just in case I don't want to sit here and have to hit send back, send back, send back. It's just easier to go all the way back and then to the front one. All right, so now we'll do the writing. And then select that piece. And this time we're going to do the attach so that this now will write on there. And then again, arrange, send it all the way to the back, arrange, and bring it forward once. All right. So now that is how I created the overlay that's going to go on top of the blue piece for my swim meet layout that I'm creating. So I hope you enjoyed the Design Space Friday. This is Shirley Ross, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and have a great day. Bye.